The great American president John F. Kennedy once said, "The ignorance of one voter in a democracy impairs the security of all." Kennedy was right, and that we need to vote so that we can ensure that our ideas are heard and that the changes that need to be made happen. My name is Will Bouch, and I intend to tell you in this speech how voting creates change, how to register to vote, and how to decipher between unreliable and reliable sources. I know that voting can be a heated subject that causes division, but I assure you that I will not be forcing my political opinions on you or persuading you who to vote for based on my personal preferences. With that being said, I will be using bipartisan sources to relay you this information and my personal experience when registering to vote. To begin, I will first be telling you how voting creates change. Many elections in the past have been decided by a small percentage of voters. This includes the 2000 presidential election when George W. Bush won over Al Gore by a count of 537 votes in the state of Florida. This is 0.009% of the total ballots cast in that state. If Gore would have just had 538 more voters, we would have had a different president with a different agenda, and America would have looked totally different today. Other examples can be found all across the country. The blog Unidos US Blog, a Latino blog which aims to help Latino voters, points out some of these examples. One example happened in Colorado in 2016 when Latinos banded together to vote to raise the minimum wage, which helped all Latinos exponentially. Another time happened in 2012 when Latinos again banded together in the state of Florida, this time to ensure that the Affordable Care Act would not be undone to help them. Voting is very important, and the easiest way to make sure that your voice is heard is by voting for your local congressman. We elect congressmen by popular vote, not the electoral college like the presidents. So go out and vote for your local congressman and make sure to contact them with your ideas and the changes that you want to see so that it could get done. So go out the next election day, and vote for your congressman as well as other candidates. Secondly, I'll be telling you about how to register to vote. Registering to vote is a very simple and easy process. PublicServiceDegree.com states that there are 3 ways to register to vote: in person, online, and mail-in. You can register to vote in person at the local DMV or at any national voter registration events. Just go to nationalvoterregistration.org to find local events near you where you can register to vote in person. Voting online is also super easy. Just go to the website for the U.S. Election Assistance Commission, or EAC.gov, find your state, and you're on your way to registering to vote online. And to register to vote mail-in, you can do it at the same website, EAC.gov. Personally, I registered to vote in person this last March through my school civics club. I got a registration form, and it only took me about 10 minutes to fill out, and I was on my way to registering to vote. Now, not everyone has always had the opportunity to vote. People of color and women in the past have not been legally allowed to vote, but this changed with the 15th Amendment, 19th Amendment, and the 1965 Civil Rights Act. So now everyone, no matter your race or your gender, has the equal opportunity to register to vote and to vote in any election in the United States. So you should take this opportunity that you can vote today to go out and register. As long as you're 18, you have this opportunity and you have this special chance to make a difference in your community and have your ideas be heard and see the changes made that you want to see. Thirdly, and finally, I want to talk to you about how to tell the difference between reliable and unreliable sources when educating yourself before voting. Keep in mind that many outlets and news agencies have an agenda, so take what they say with a grain of salt. Avoid being persuaded on social media because it can be easily manipulated. The New York Times has a list of important considerations to make when figuring out who to vote for. Go to a candidate's website or look at the conventions to find out truly what they feel. Take a political standings test to learn where you reside, and then learn what issues you feel passionate about and find what candidates feel passionate about those issues. Business Insider has compiled a list of reliable and unreliable sources. The unreliable sources include Fox News, MSNBC, CNN, The Huffington Post, and many more, while reliable sources include PBS, The Wall Street Journal, and AP News. So with that in mind, go out and decide who you're going to vote for, but do not be manipulated and make the choice for yourself with reliable news information. In conclusion, voting is essential to a democratic process, allowing voters to have their ideas be heard and to make changes in their federal, local, or state governments. Registering is an easy and simple process that you can do today. And educating yourself before you vote is important, so make sure that you know the reliable and unreliable sources and how to tell the difference between the two. I'm done talking about why you should vote or how to vote. So go out and vote as soon as possible in the next election day and make sure you get registered today.